Have you ever felt alone?
Like no one understands you.
Like you have no one to talk to.
Have you ever felt like a burden to someone?
Have you ever regretted sharing your difficulties with someone close?
If you ever felt like this, T.O.L is the app that you need.
1 in 3 teenagers are struggling with loneliness and mental difficulties. Attempted suicides and depression remains devastatingly pervasive.
This has become more alarming ever since the COVID-19 pandemic started. Caregivers report a 42% increase in struggling teenagers for the past 2 years. Additionally, they report an increase by 60% with mental challenges among teenagers in the first year of COVID, and by today, 250%.
When we asked our teenager friends who suffer from mental difficulties, the answer was simple. We don't know why this problem exists, but it does.
So, we decided to dedicate our research to support and find a relief for our friends and every teenager around the world. We started by conducting a community survey in our boarding school and nearby schools.
Out of 100 responses, 87 were interested in finding an app to share their thoughts and pains with strangers.
With this information, we brainstormed with our teachers and mentors, realizing that we have 2 main personas we need to address in our app. 2 types of users, talker or listener, T.O.L.
We believe that by sharing personal information, the teenager is not open for criticism, and that is exactly what prevents them from sharing their challenges and difficulties, especially with those close to them. From this, we understood that it is better to share with strangers. They will not judge you or use the information against you in the future.
T.O.L is a safe space for teens in the ages between 10 to 18. It's a personal bubble to either listen and help other teens or share your own struggles.
The app is built like a flowchart with selection of topics divided by categories and 2 features for each user to select his avatar. At the end of the flowchart, you have the ability of talking with professional counselors.
Users can share their experiences with T.O.L.
Throughout the development of our app, we spoke with organizations as well as professionals to fully understand the magnitude of the problem. It's a very straightforward app made for all users.
One of the challenges that we faced was choosing the best database for our app.
Initially, we used Google Sheets and Wix internal database. After consulting with a cyber specialist, we decided to change to SQL database. Furthermore, since logging into the app is anonymous, while testing, we received security warning responses. Furthermore, we implemented an in-app logging system to counter this concern.
T.O.L's distribution marketing plan is as follows. We plan to use partnerships in our market strategy.
As for our 5-year business plan, we are working closely with boarding schools and mental medical organizations.
T.O.L's journey taught us a lot of new discipline, but also a lot about ourselves.
I learned that everyone experiences difficulties no matter what age. I also learned to be more attentive to say what I think with confidence. Most importantly, I learned to work in a team.
As my graphic skills improved and I learned to work in a design app, I began to love it.
Science coding is new to me. I learned a new world only heard exist. It was as scary as it was fun.
Part of our future development plan is to accommodate users around the world.
We plan to translate T.O.L to other languages. The first is French, so we could launch in Europe as well as the US.
The next phase will be to initiate multi-participants conference.
Once enough data will gather, we will use AI models to analyze and detect patterns of alerting signals in order to prevent suicides and other self-inflicted injuries caused by teens.
To better aid our friends and all teens around the world,
We give you our biggest creation, T.O.L, Talk Out Loud.